Hey guys, so today we are going to see how to set up Argo CD in a Kubernetes cluster. So Argo CD is a declarative GitOps continuously delivery tool for Kubernetes, which is licensed under the Apache license 2.0. So that's the open source. So in this video, I'll be using the Ubuntu 22.04, that is Jammy Jellyfish, which I've already installed. So what I'll be doing is I'll be deploying the latest version of Argo CD available as of now, that is 2.6.7. So this is the official repository for Argo CD, and so the today's agenda would be just a sec here. Yeah, so we'll be installing the basic tools like curl, docker, kind, and the cluster and the VM. So we'll be doing a port mapping for the kind cluster. Kind is basically pronunciated as this Kubernetes in Docker. So and we'll be downloading edit the Argo CD configuration file to deploy it in Kubernetes cluster, and we'll be installing it, and we'll extract the admin user password, and we will access the service using the VM IP address and the service port. So this would be our agenda. So let us now start with the basic tools installation. So we'll be installing curl first. Install curl, which will be used in pulling the configuration file for the Argo CD, and then we need to install the Docker. So Docker is basically where this kind cluster would be running. Kind is a Kubernetes in Docker clusters. So this is what will be used beneath, and we'll be using the kind cluster. So here Docker and curl has been installed. Let's validate it. Yeah, it's fine. And for the kind, we have some commands. I'll be sharing those with you guys. So that will be installing the version overall 18, and we can see kind as kind version. So we have got the kind binary as well. So we'll have to generate a configuration file for kind now. Means we'll be using the configuration of this cluster, so that we'll be able to access the service from outside the cluster as well, basically outside the virtual machine. So we'll be configuring a specific container port which will be connected with the host port. So we'll use for example this port like 32100 to access. Right now, using this file only, we will create the cluster. Command is like this: kind create cluster -config, the file name. It will spin up the kind cluster, so it will by default pick up the latest version. If you want to specify the latest version of Kubernetes, that is 1.26.3 as of now. Okay, setting up the cluster. As this is done, we will be installing the kubectl. Yeah, so the installation is completed. For kubectl also we have some commands, so I will be sharing these commands with you at the end. Now we can see kubectl. Now it will be list the kind cluster. Basically it has one control plane and worker. Now we need to download this file for the configuration of this Argo CD. So we have downloaded it. So we need to modify it a little bit. So there's the configuration file, so I just opened it. So we need to just update the service actually, so that we'll be able to like access it from outside. So for the kind of service, then that is the main server. Yeah, so here we need it. This is the service, Argo CD server. So basically we need to configure it with the port. So whatever we need, like 32100, what we configured. So I need to configure it as port as 32100, which we configured specifically for our kind cluster. That is mandatory, and the type will be configuring it as node port. So yeah, this would be the configuration changes. Okay, wait. Need to. So that's all. Oops, I misplaced this node port again. Sorry. Paste it over here. Yeah. I'll just again apply the file. Yep, that's done. Now I'll check on the service. Okay, so that has been fitted as the node port, and we put in the port as 32100, right? So we have got the same, and we will try to access it, and we'll see whether it's opening or not. So for the same, we will be needing this IP of the VM. So that is 172.2010.151. This equivalent, so I don't need to worry. 32100. Okay, so we have it deployed. Now what we need is just the username and password. So we'll get it now. So by default the username is admin. If you Google it, you'll get it needed. And for taking out the password, we'll be needing a secret. So that will fetch from the Kubernetes cluster. We'll be able to get it. So that is this. Sorry. Yeah, this is the fresh secret. So you'll be getting different one. Don't worry, every time. So it's fine if I share it over the screen. And I will put in the password and we'll be able to log in successfully. So here we have deployed our Argo CD setup. So furthermore, we'll see the configuration part later. So as of now, this is it. So we have completed all the agenda for today's video. So yeah, that's all. Thanks guys.